Hey everybody, how are you all today? Here we are, more of the same. Well, not entirely the same, but you know. Hey, just tuned in. Hey, Yanemo, how are you? Hey, Darilani. Hey, Chief. Hey, Sam Pigman. Y'all doing okay today? Because I am. Oh, there's another golem. There we are. All right. I've been kind of busy on this world doing some trading and some other just chores, really. I think I'll put my iron in here. Throw my books and that in there. Now we can finally, after all of this crap has been settled, I can finally start putting things on this tower and actually start making things that look like things, you know? I haven't really been doing that. Mostly just because I've been trying to get stuff together, I guess. So, what would be good? Hey, Dabbing Pro, you're here again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cannot figure out how this in-dev world converter works. Ah. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, man. I'm not one for really old versions like that. I couldn't tell you how any of works, to be quite honest. Cyan terracotta. Where would I use cyan terracotta? I could definitely use some around the edges here. Something like that. To help sort of build up these walls. But I don't know, cyan terracottas... That takes a bit of finagling. Got diorite. Diorite's not a bad option. I'd have to go mining for more eventually, but that could maybe work. What do we got here? Cobbled deep slate, so that's all from digging the hole. You know, that might not be a bad idea. Just turning this into polished. Yeah. Drop like a stone in a pond. How do I run a .py file? You're asking me? I have no clue, man. If you're having trouble with that, I can't help you. The problem is, all of that stuff is like so horribly out of date compared to the rest of Minecraft. I don't know, man. I can't help you. There we go. I'm sorry, Sam. Like, you're just gonna have to make it make sense somehow. Are you sure there aren't, like, tutorials or something from way back when that you can look at? Something to, I don't know, something to, like... Oh, fuck. Something to refer back to. Because, like, these are really old programs. Like, in-dev is really cool and all, but... considering it's not a version of the game anybody's touched in a long time... Oh, fuck off, zombie. Fuck off, zombie. You think your drip will protect you, you're wrong. There we go. So yeah, best of luck, Sam. What am I doing there? I am making my tower. Little bit by little bit. I'm just figuring out how I want to arrange it all. It ain't easy. I'm not used to building in survival anymore. Like, I got out of that habit of doing that. And I can feel it, you know? Shit. Shit. Like, there's just a bunch of stuff that I used to be able to do that, I don't know, maybe I've kind of broken myself of that skill. I don't know, it's very weird, you know? Building in survival may not actually be like riding a bicycle. I'm so used to flying around in creative, you know? Hey, Skeleboy, what? Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Have I tried coding? I've tried learning how to code in the past. It's not been easy. I have never succeeded at really making anything with code. Like, I would follow tutorials and shit, but actually making functional a program, anything, no, I'm not really capable of doing that, I've found. Yeah, I don't feel like I discovered how coding... I didn't value it when I was young, when I could probably have better taken on the skill. And now that I'm older and I'm embroiled with so many other things, like, I'm not concerned with it. The problem is, I know that programming is going to become a very valuable skill to have in the coming years. Not being able to program is going to be a problem. So I don't know. Hey, get scrolled. Hola. I don't know why you would reply to me with hola, but sure. Now I gotta get something to fill in these bits here. And also this lack of jump boost is really annoying. Let's see how this looks. Okay, that's not bad. I like how that's sort of gapped, if you will. Let's see what other materials I can throw on in there. Because I don't want to just have it be polished deep slate. I want to have it be something alongside it. Technology is rising like yeah, it's improving. Yeah, I know what you meant. ¿Cómo está? No, I do not know how to speak Spanish. I'm sorry. If you Spanish at me, I will not be able to Spanish back at you, so, you know. Sorry, I'm just not... I never liked Spanish when I had to take it in school. I was not interested in it. And I'm not usually the type of person to do things that I'm not interested in. So if I don't like it, I ain't participating. Usually. Occasionally I'll make a somewhat exception for that philosophy, but generally if I don't like it, I don't do it. I do what I want. Now then, I could use, well, no, I don't want to use. I don't want to use ice in the build. Oh, I'm being stupid. I remember what I said I wanted to use now. It's a block type I've never used before, ever. And this is something that's been in the game for a good, oh fuck. Let's see now, 6 years. Holy shit. A block that has existed for 6 years that I've never touched. Can anyone guess what that is? There it is. I grabbed it. Hope to go back in a bit. Okay. Playlist in the description. Yeah. When in doubt, read the fucking description. Like, you'd be surprised how many people don't bother to read the description of anything. And, like, 9 times out of 10, your answer is probably there. Probably. Not always, but probably. Bedrock, dark prismarine. Nope. Those are terrible guesses because I have used both of those things before. Soul sand. I'm going to throw all that in there. I'm going to need way more soul sand than this. I'll give you a hint. I'm messing with it right now. Kind of. Oh, and I'm going to need a ton of netherrack. Red nether brick moment. Yes, you got it, Poncho Hamster. I completely forgot I said I was going to use red nether brick. Can't obtain bedrock in survival. Yeah, but we got bedrock on 2B2T that one time. Like, that counts. I've used it before. Even if only, you know, in passing. Now, where do I want to start taking from? I guess over here. I also want soul sand to increase my... Come on. To increase my netherwort growing. Because, yeah, I'm barely growing any. I've only ever been, like, collecting a tiny, teensy bit every... I don't know, day or so. It does not grow fast, so, like, the ability to mass-produce netherwort is going to be essential. Especially if as much red nether brick as I plan on using. Because, see, it got a stair slab variant in 1.14, I want to say. So, as you know, if you know anything about me, you know I love blocks with stair slab variants because they... Oh, and walls. Because they tend to be the most... interesting, the most dynamic to use in any sort of build. And so I want to put this to use. And I may as well grab some soul soil while I'm here. Okay. Can't grow netherwort on soul soil, so... I don't really need to make the soul campfires. I'm not really sure what I would bother with. So I don't know. We'll see. I should probably have made a giant netherwort field a long time ago, but like I've been lazy. Shh. Don't tell anyone. But yeah, it has been a priority that I've been thinking about. Oh, damn it. I'm losing it all to the lava. Shid. Oh, this is so satisfying, though, to be able to just obliterate it all in one fell swoop. Ah, nice. Nice day. It's been a nice day today, hasn't it? Well, I don't know. It may not have been a nice day for you all, but it's been a nice day for me. It's been a very relaxing and calming day. I hope it stays that way. Do I consider Pyrobite the king? Yeah, in my heart, he would always be the king. Just because he was so fucking based. Pyro was a cool dude. For whatever reason, he would never, like, he wouldn't share most of his secrets, but, like, after a time, he did get kind of, how do I put this? Like, he realized that sharing his stuff with other people was worthwhile. Okay, so that's what, 8 stacks of soul sand? That'll do. No need to get any more than that. But yeah, it was nice of him. He didn't have to. Because, you know, if you have a back door or whatever, is the very first thing you think of, I'm going to share this with my friends? I don't know. Most people, I don't feel, would. I feel like most people would probably hog it to themselves. They would... The fuck? They would, not mention it to anybody. They would... Something would happen. It wouldn't be as nice. You know, you can own everything under the sun with a back door, but, like... There's no value to things if you yourself are the only person who has them. Things are more valuable when you give them to others. Or when you can receive them from others. Just having something is fine, but, like, imagine for a second, because I've seen this happen in movies and in other media. Imagine, so you're some guy who has, like, a wish, or some wish-granting thing, and the old trope of, well, I want all the money in the world. Well, what happened if you would get all the money in the world? And nobody else has any? Is it really, like, worth it at that point if you just have all the money in the world and you sit on it? Yeah, you're the richest person in the world, technically. But then, at what point does it not matter? Would it just forever matter? I don't think it would. I think people would be quick to find something else. Either that or they'd kill you for having all the money in the world somehow. Damn it, guests. Got him. Now then. So yeah, it's just not cool to have all the cool shit to yourself exclusively. If nobody else gets to participate, then who's to say you ever even really had it? Yeah, you had it objectively. But imagine if you had the most intricate stash, the largest grouping of items ever. And then out of fear of not having it or of losing it, you just never touched it. I remember hearing a story of a woman who died of malnutrition in her absolute pigsty of an apartment. And she was just like, she would routinely beg for food or for money. Oh shit. And she was often considered a nuisance by her neighbors. And eventually she died. And when they found out that she died, of course they went into her apartment and looked to see what all she had and what all was going on with her life. Because, you know, people don't get like that out of nowhere. And as it turns out, she had hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash in her apartment. There's no fucking idea what was wrong with that woman. But something was. And so, like, having things and then just being too afraid to use them. Pyro, I think he learned that lesson to a degree. You gotta learn to share with others to a degree. Life is more meaningful when you can have someone else to share it with. Friends, family, lovers, whoever. Anyone. So yeah. If you had a backdoor, you'd troll people. Yeah, I mean, trolling people's fine, but that's also sharing it with people to a degree. I don't know. I feel like Pyro was... He was at least in the right mindset. Eventually. He did hide a lot of things from what I understand. So I'm not saying like he's a saint or anything. But that once upon a time, he was like... He must have figured out at some point, especially around like the third incursion, he must have figured out that giving people stuff was more meaningful than just sitting on it. Because from what I understand, he'd had the stash that he had imps and bedrock and other things at. He'd had a lot of that shit for a while. And some of it he couldn't use because it was the illegal items plugin. So, you know, the bedrock and all that other stuff. But some of those items, like the player heads, nobody had player heads up till that point. So player heads were actually not on the illegal item list. So you could play and decorate player heads anywhere you wanted. And eventually, he decided it was worth doing. So yeah, you gotta learn to share the things in your life with others, not to be a miserly type of person. There's some value in giving what you got to other people. That's part of the reason why I stream, because like I could be playing this world in single player totally to myself with nothing, nobody around me, no one to see anything, and I've done that before. I used to do that for years. And like, what's the point, you know? That's probably why, until I joined 2B2T, I could never finish a project. Yeah, me. I could never finish a project before I joined 2B2T. When I had people at my base and friends to look up to and something to show off to other people, that's when I started doing my best work. That was right around the time I did the Sky Temple of Autism. Because prior to that, just building out where nobody could find me was all well and good, but nobody knew who I was or where I was or what I was doing, and it wasn't worth anything. And yeah, like Space Valkyria would never have been a thing had I not been keen to share what I'd gotten with my friends. Like, there's something to be said for having those kinds of connections. Somehow imagine you play a horror game shouting bad words. I don't play horror games. They're generally worthless. Horror is a dead genre. Though I will say, there is one horror-related thing that actually made me feel uncomfortable. For the first time since, like, I watched the original Alien when I was a kid, I actually found a genuinely unsettling, very well-crafted horror. It was a series of videos. It's The Backrooms by Kane Pixels. Like, holy shit, that dude is a master. He's only like 16. That blew me away when I found out he was only like sophomore in high school or something like that, or third year in high school, something like that. Really, really, really young guy. And he's making better shit than people 30, 40, 50 years older than him. It's just like, wow. Yeah, Small World, yeah, the backroom stuff. Like, oh my god, some of that shit. Like, Kane Pixels, I'm blown away with how well he made his first Backrooms video. That is the first video, the found footage video, the very first one that he did back in January. The one that kickstarted everything. That is the first video on YouTube in some 10 or 12 years that I have gone back and re-watched on purpose just to try to recapture that feeling again. Because there hasn't been anything, and I mean anything, that has made me feel unsettled or unease, you know, anything of that nature. Nothing has given me that vibe, that aura, in over 25 years. Easily. And when I felt that for the first time in a long time, I was like, holy shit. This guy's got something. He knows what he's doing. He's a master. So yeah, am I a lefty? No, I'm not. Talking Kane Pixels? Yeah, you know it, Jay. Also, you finally got here early, Jay. Good on you. But yeah. Just something about how well he crafted his video. It's just marvelous. To make me feel, you know, horror. Nothing has really gotten there for me ever since. Like, I see all these other people playing horror games and reacting and all this other garbage, and I'm just like, oh, please. That's bullshit. You want to see something horrible, go on 2B2T. Go on 4chan. Go on, you know, LiveLeak. You'll find some real horrible shit there. But, like, nothing that genuinely makes you feel unsettled, you know? A lot of that stuff, I guess, would be more like surprise or gross out or something like that. But yeah, Kane Pixels, that shit. Whew, I'm eagerly anticipating whatever his next thing is going to be. Whatever his next video is, because it's looking like he's been releasing a bunch of his, I guess they're stills, or they're like screenshots of the videos as he's working on them. He's been releasing those on his community tab and on his Ko-fi account. That shit is superb. Oh my god. Huh? Get out of here. You. Ow. God, the fucking gold sword piglins hit so damn hard. I'm so glad their shit doesn't get it, like, better than that. It reminds me of the first time I ran into a skeleton. Wither skeleton. And it had, like, I think it had an enchanted stone sword. That fucker, I was in full diamond back then. That fucker tore me up. This is one of the first wither skeletons I ever met. And, like, it surprised me how damaging their weapon can be. It's just a stone sword. But, like, yeah, it can really wreck you. Like, even when I was hunting mobs, like, I've never felt quite so surprised, you know? I hope to recapture that feeling again in the future. Okay. Let me get a second shulker box full. Two shulkers worth of, that should do it. At least for right now. I'm gonna have to come back and mine so much more. But at least there's that, yeah. You haven't seen any? You've seen Angry Birds? What? Okay. Conjuring traumatized you, but watch it with your friends, the two, or the nun. It removed your trauma because it's enjoyable. Ah. Well, unfortunately, those types of movies are weak sauce. I saw Alien, the original by Ridley Scott. I saw that back when I was like 8 or 9, I want to say. And that one really, like, it was scary. But it was more like a feeling of prolonged dread or anxiety, you know? And Alien was a masterpiece, obviously. But I feel like because I saw that movie when I was so young, there were so many other scary movies that came out after it. Now, obviously, Alien had been out for a very long time by the time I was 8 or 9. But that, I guess it just desensitized me or something, because nothing ever really hit in quite the same way. Nothing's really ever scared me since I discovered the Backrooms. Well, not the Backrooms, just that the video series Kane Pixels did. Since then, nothing's gotten me. Since Alien, nothing's gotten me. Like, it just... There's a very, very clear distinction in horror quality. And it's a dying art. Very few people get how to do it. I guess it's really a matter of you either have the talent to express it or you don't. And I kind of get the feeling Kane has that innate talent. Just some kid making stuff with Blender who started during the pandemic. Teletubbies are scary. No, Teletubbies are not scary. That shit's like... It's uncanny valley. And that might make you feel unsettled, but feeling unsettled because of the uncanny valley and feeling unsettled because something is genuinely like a oh shit kind of moment. Like that, it doesn't haunt me, but the scream from the bacteria monster in the Backrooms found footage video, that scream, just like there's something primal about it. Like you're being chased by a lion and a clattering orchestra at the same damn time. Like, it activates something in the deeper chimp brain, or the deeper Australopithecus brain, I guess, you know, caveman brain, lizard brain, whatever you want to call it. It activates that deep primal fight or flight response. And it's just like shit like that. I guess that's what people got out of like the Blair Witch and shit. Which is why that was so popular. So I don't know. It is definitely, it's a talent to be able to bring out that feeling in people. I wonder if it's scientifically replicable, you know? Like, all you need is a certain set of stimuli and you could always make a reliably horrible or horrifying movie. I gotta wonder. Oh, those are striders I was seeing down there. Okay. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I ain't doing nothing to you, boy. Piss off. Damn piglins. Remind me to genocide them later. Okay. Okay, how much more do I want? So this is what, 27 plus 27, so that's 54. And the recipe is... What the fuck? Red nether brick. Okay, so that's 2 and 2. So, what would, So 54... stacks. That's only what, 27 stacks? 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay. Just trying to figure out exactly how much I care to go for. So if I smelt all that up, that'll get me 32 stacks. Which is a pretty sizable amount. What kind of space stuff? Astronomy? What about astronomy? Have I ever heard the guy screaming at SP containment breach? That's how you wanted to scream much more. Okay. Am I an astrophile addicted to space stuff? Yes, I love space stuff. I'm curious. I've watched a guy called Isaac Arthur. Funny enough, I found his channel while I was building Space Valk 3. The first time in 2017, and I got hooked on him. Because, like, speculative fiction, speculative science and shit, like, oh my god. That is a type of crack I didn't know that I wanted in my life. And, yeah, it's just like, wow. Isaac Arthur is something else. And, yeah, just like the general craziness of outer space. How vast and yet simultaneously active and wild it is. And how almost perplexing and paradoxical it is that we know so much about outer space by simple observation and measurement. yet we've barely stepped a toe outside our own backyard, that being the moon. And that we're barely able to even step a toe outside our own backyard. So I don't know, it's gonna be something. I wonder if we'll have an actual Martian colony by the end of the century, if that's even plausible, or if it's gonna take longer. If Elon will be too busy shitposting on Twitter to like get, those darned Martian colonists up there. Those wannabe, you know, how would I put, planeteers? Oh my god, you could actually call yourself a planeteer. People who unironically go on missions to colonize planets could call themselves planonauts or planeteers. I think. If I'm thinking of that right. Piss. Scary but amazing, yep. Space can be... I've heard there are people who have like an existential dread from looking at things in space. Like, you know how there are videos of, you know, the size comparisons of stars and other shit like that. There are people who genuinely have like panic attacks watching shit like that. I cannot wrap my head around that. Like, it doesn't make sense to me why you worry, you know? Most of that stuff's up there. It's out of our hands. Oh shit. It's easy to like ignore it cuz it's in outer space, you know. You have to actually go out of your way to look at some of that stuff. Like comets, certain other large celestial bodies, you can't just like see a lot of that stuff with your naked eye. You have to intentionally try and find it. So like, what's the deal? You know, you can just ignore it if it's that much of a bother. Oh fuck. Why did you do that? Okay. So yeah, I don't know. Crazy, isn't it? But hey, some people have weird inclinations, shall we say. Okay. Oh, it says I've got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's what? 4 to 20 stacks. Yowza, that's only 8. 8 stacks, 16. There we go. Just throw this on the ground. There we go. I want to queue these up in such a way that they'll all cook in sequence. Fuck. I know I could probably hopper all this in there, but, you know. I'm going to have to make a giant furnace array at some point. There we go. May as well throw this here. Yeah. There we go. Interstellar. Oh, yeah, that was a good movie. Matthew McConaughey was going through the black hole at the end of that movie. Honestly, that part of the movie broke my immersion. Because, like, we know what happens in a black hole. Shit becomes undefined. Matter and energy break down in a black hole. Like, you would just turn to nothingness. You'd be crushed. You'd be destroyed. it would be a painful death. It wouldn't be, you know, this crazy trip back in time to this one point when I saw my dead, or not dead, but, you know, saw my kids when they were young and all that. Like, I don't know. What can you say? Hollywood science is like magic, honestly. It's not like even slightly accurate in some instances. And really, like, that kills it for me when I see a movie that's like that horribly inaccurate. And I know, it's meant for fun. Like, don't overanalyze it, but I can't help it. When something is just that terribly out of whack. So yeah, I'm weird that way. Pi Day 2018. What do you mean? Oh, a guy presented about black holes in a very the day Stephen Hawking passed away. Holy shit. That was a day, I tell you. That was a sad day too. Oh man. Yeah, I'll use the diorite, why not? Man. I mean, it's just, you know, just goes to show we lose the bright ones when we least expect it. Now, where do I want to start making this floor? I've decided right here. There we go. Now, just in the interest of I'm not gonna like make a floor per se, at least not. Well, I could make it out of slabs. Yeah, actually I might do that. Oh fuck. I'm gonna fall off that a lot. Why would other universes exist? I think other universes have to exist for free will to be a thing. Choices cannot be annihilated. Choices, you know, the choices that we don't make, the decisions and outcomes that do not manifest in this universe, I feel like they have to manifest in some universe. They have to exist. Just because you didn't make a choice or you didn't get presented with an outcome does not automatically mean that that thing ceases to exist. Some things have to exist. Or rather, not some things. Those possibilities have to exist in some fashion. Otherwise, I don't think free will would be a thing. But that's just my interpretation, though. Universe where everyone is me? Oh god, that would be a nightmare. I'm insufferable in large numbers. You wouldn't want a universe where everybody's me. Whoops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I heard the siren. Did you guys hear the siren? Yep, there she is. Right on schedule. She wants in. She's been asleep all day. And now suddenly it's a demand inside. You agree with me? Ah. It's your boy, it's your Kurt D. Let's do this shit. Where's, wait, Kurt, is Kurt in the chat? Or are you talking about someone else? A giant wave sees you can hear a ticking noise every 1.25, which is revealed to be one whole Earth day. Oh, really? Damn. Our universe's laws are so precise and intricate that the chances of them being a universe where it harbors life is extremely low. Well, that's the idea. But, we're also kind of certain, or at least we're beginning to get the idea, that the universe tends to reflect outcomes that... I saw a PBS Spacetime video on this like two or 3 days ago. I've already forgotten, unfortunately, most of the details in it. Basically, the answers that the universe spits out, meaning when you observe and measure the universe, are correspondent to the ways in which you measure it. Like the universe kind of observes or determines itself through observation, internal quantum observation, something like that. I'd have to rewatch the video, but you get the idea. Like it's looking more and more like the way things are structured is entirely based on how it is observed. Sort of like the what is that? The anthropic principle, where you can only have a universe in which there are observers because there are observers in the first place, you know? Oh, you were messing around, Mike. Ah. Well, never mind then. Oh, God. Okay. Fine, I'll let her in. Hold on. Oh, but yeah, it's do I have theories on how life started? Oh, gosh. There are a lot of those. There are theories that life started in and around ocean vents. There are theories that life started in coastal tidal pools. Hey, Osmobite, thanks for the donation, man. Every time, I tell you. But thank you so much, though, in all seriousness. What? Hush. Hush. You're a good girl. You don't need nothing. You hush. Anyway, and there are a lot of theories like that. I couldn't tell you precisely what's true or not. It's really difficult to replicate in a lab setting. That's all I can say. You don't know much about abiogenesis or whatever. You're guessing some random molecules arranged themselves in a way that was able to start biological processes. Something gave rise to RNAs, and because RNAs could be they could self-replicate, and because of that, that's basically what gave rise to the first technical living creatures. But like exactly in what fashion they came about, I couldn't tell you. RNA chemistry is so fucking complicated. Ultimately, I do not know. I'm sure it was something along those lines. But yeah. Busy on 2B2T, find the stress so fun. Really? You find the I hated being stressed on 2B2T when there was like the ever-looming threat of a base raid or some sort of imminent issue with like a patched exploit or some shit like that. Like the stress from that was always too annoying. I hated that. First life were probably extremophiles. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the first life was RNAs. The RNAs that eventually turned into cells. So I guess bacteria. Don't know. Tornado in a junkyard. Oh. You got the converter to work. What converter? Oh, the indev converter. I see. Well, I hope you can get your world updated to infdev. Because, that was like the first version of the game I started playing that was like survival. We had Classic for the longest time. And it was free. And so that's what I played. I didn't have a job. I didn't have a PayPal account. I didn't have anything to purchase Minecraft with. So I was like, okay, well, you know, I want to play this game, but like, what can I do? And so I just kept playing Classic until about May of 2010. God. I can't believe that. It's been so long. May 2010 will be 12 years. So, well, May 2022 will be 12 years, but you know what I mean. And so I just kept playing only the free classicware, or classic version. And then I got a job that summer for the very first time. And I opened up a PayPal account, got me some cash. And basically from that moment on, I was more independent than I'd ever been in my life. And that's when I really got the chance to play Minecraft proper. Because, you know, you don't ever... if you couldn't buy the game, you were out of luck. And that was around the time the game switched to infdev, I want to say. Because up till then it was classic and indev, and then not long after that it became infdev. INF. So I don't know, it was something. I remember opening up after getting used to how Classic functioned, and after having finally bought Minecraft properly. I remember downloading indev and marveling at how the water evaporated, because the water in Classic was so fucky. You could flood your whole world almost irrevocably by complete accident. And I was just like, oh shit. How do I deal with that? It ended up being okay. Oh god, there are a lot of golems over there that are not falling into the water. That might be a problem. But yeah, and infdev just like blew my mind because I was so used to playing in a tiny box. Because, you know, that was all you had. You had a, what was it, 248 or something like that? By 248 area. And you were stuck in it. There was no outside that box. Minecraft had nothing but a tiny, tiny area, and that was it. And you had to make do with it. And I just thought, wow. How on earth do I... How do I deal with this? I can go anywhere suddenly. I don't know what to do. It was so overwhelming in the beginning because you didn't know what was where. There were so many things that we just didn't know about Minecraft as a whole. The game was brand new, so... Man, those were the days. I think I'm gonna outline this. And then put some light to prevent the damn mobs from spawning, because this is a good spot for them too. Ooh, now my builds are larger than a tiny box. Oh, I know, these builds are like... I remember there being a video, this is like when this is a famous viral Minecraft video now. But back in the day, it was a novelty because nobody really took Minecraft seriously. Nobody thought of it as something that serious, you know? There was this guy who was trying to make the Enterprise D from Star Trek The Next Generation. He was trying to make a 1 to 1/2 or something like that scale. He was trying to do it, or no, it was 1 to 2 scale, 1 to 3 scale, something like that. And he was doing it in Classic. Of course, that was the only Minecraft we had back then, so he had no choice but to do it in Classic. But I took one look at that and went, oh wow. Damn, bro. That's sick. Do it. I don't know if he ever finished that. I don't even know who that was. But that was like... I've done things that put that build to shame. I'd never... Because back when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, that's so cool how awesome and accurate it is. I think he only had the skeleton laid out of the Enterprise D or something like that. And I just remember looking at that in a Classic world from, you know, young Jack who had just turned 20 going on 21, and I was just like, oh, I'll never do anything that insane. Like, this guy is something else. He was already dreaming big way back when, you know, Minecraft was a brand new game. I just remember looking at that and going, that's cool, but I'll stick to my small... I don't even fucking know what I was building back then. Like tiny villages, tiny... I remember I loved making tunnels everywhere. That was one of the few things that I could do well. I made like mazes. Almost like dungeons, in a way. And I just remember making shit like that and going, oh, this is so cool. And now, I mean... Oh my god. If you told me back then I'd be playing this game in 12 years' time, and that it would be so much more than I could have imagined, and that I would be someone millions of people will have seen something that I worked on, I genuinely don't think I could believe you if you told me that 12 years ago. Like, I look at the videos on Space Falcon 1, Space Falcon 2... Well, Space Falcon 2 didn't really have videos, but 1 and 3. I look at Sal and Fitz videos on the subject, and I see the literal millions of views on those, and I go, holy shit. That many people have seen and loved something that I like, or that I made a labor of love. Like, I can't believe that. I'm planning to stream other games, specifically Minecraft only. I do stream and play other games. It's called Freeform Fridays. Currently, I'm doing a Let's Play on a game from my childhood called Shadowrun. You should really watch it and stick around and see other cool shit that I do. I've already played Half-Life, all the Half-Life games currently available, with the exception of Alex, because that's VR, and I'm not spending $2,000 on a VR setup. Not yet. Maybe some point in the far future. But yeah, it's something. Yes. Okay. So that's a decently large little shelf. Maybe I should make more shelves like that. I don't know. Every 5 blocks, maybe. Stack them up like that. Yeah, I could definitely build farms onto the sides of these walls. I don't know. Let's see now. The golems fall down from there. So I'm going to have to like clear out an area to keep the golems corralled over here. But other than that, yeah, I could definitely build all on this wall, on this one, and then on bits of this wall. It's definitely something. Try Core Keeper. Maybe. Anime or nah? Yeah, I like anime. I know there are some people who hate anime for whatever reason. I'll never understand those types, but whatever. Okay. So that cooked up. Time to nether me warts. And... no, I know I have some sea lanterns somewhere. I thought I had some sea lanterns somewhere. I guess not. Well, shit, that's annoying. I know I had a few spare sea lanterns somewhere. Ugh, I'm gonna have to AFK at my... oh, at my guardian farm. Oh yeah, I guess I can get rid of this too. This isn't necessary anymore. How do I think I'll die in this world? No comment. What are the Nerds Inc. people doing right now? Are they still on another Anarchy server? They play on Constantium every now and then, from what I understand. They're still around and they still do what they do. So there's really, like... they will never be done. Nobody will ever be rid of them. They are hopelessly addicted to 2B2T and 2B2T clones. Well, one really prominent 2B2T clone. I don't think there will ever be a day where there isn't a Nerds Inc. member trying to exploit this game on some level. Okay, well, I guess I'll just have to use torches for now. There we go. I wanted to use sea lanterns on the side, but clearly I don't have any. I don't know that they've quit 2B2T. They'll probably be back. Why don't I join with one of my alts to be AFK on the Guardian farm? Nah. I don't need to do that. That and I had an issue the other day. My computer overheated on me again and shut down randomly. And it's currently running at 93C right now. And I'm kind of worried about it, that I'm going to have to buy a new cooling system to replace the current one. Because I guess it's just not doing its job. I don't know. And so if I try joining with an alt, I don't want to think about how that would stress everything. Because I know it would. I know it would possibly push things over the edge. I thought cleaning out the what is that? The radiator that, because, you know, that was all clogged with dust. And some other problems, like I got some fans on backwards. And I got all that under control, but now it feels like my system's CPU temps have been climbing back up steadily. And, like, the fans are whirring. Like, they're going as hard as they can, I think. I don't know. it's a little scary to me. Do I have a liquid cooling system? Yes, I do. What are my PC specs? Well, I've got a GeForce RTX 3070 PCI. Or PCIe, sorry. I've got a 12-core processor, AMD, 24X AMD Ryzen 9 3900X. I've got some good shit. I shelled out good money for it. I've had it for about a year and some change now. And so I'm kind of worried that it's, you know, the cooling system has kind of begun to show fatigue and need replacement. Is my water cooler? NZXT. No, it's Corsair. Or Corsair, however you say it. Corsair. And, yeah, I don't know if that's like a common problem that those have. I've not looked into it. I've just looked for replacement liquid cooling systems just to see what they might run me. And it seems like 500 is just the absolute highest. So I don't know. It isn't impossible to change it. You went Corsair over NZXT. Ah, okay. Water cooling system with the digital thing is pretty awesome. Yeah. It sounds cool. No pun intended. But like, I would rather it be... I'd rather it just work. I don't want to think about it being a problem. Replace the torches with soul... Maybe. I thought about maybe replacing them with lanterns, because those don't wash away. Because if I do put additional shelves, I would run water down through it to, you know, clear it all out. And then I would wash the excess nether wart down there somewhere so that it could be collected by the collection system. Or I would make an additional collection system covering this area, then this area, and so on, so that it all feed into the same, you know, the same item elevator. Something like that. Okay, well now we gotta let that all grow up and shit. Your dream is to have an Obsidian Corsair 1000D. Okay. I don't fully know what that is. I have to look that up. I've not really looked into computer parts. So what little I know is only from my preliminary Googlings. Let's put that there for right now. Okay. It's nether bricking time. I'm probably going to have to go and mine up coal just so that I can keep the demand for what I got going. You can house 2 systems, 34 fans, Jesus. You have no idea what most of your specs are, but it's been a while. You only know your graphics card and CPU since you recently upgraded them. Ah, okay. So what is, I'm not really 100% certain on this. What are some of the side effects of running your CPU hot? Or of it running hot because of a less than optimal cooling system? Is there, like, the potential for major CPU damage? I know it's not good for it, but, like... I'm I'm not exactly made of money, so I can't just throw down a few hundred on a cooling system. So I'm not sure. Nothing? It would be slower, and yet some will be damaged. Okay, your motherboard would be fried. Yowza. At what temperature does a PC shut off from overheating, roughly? Because the highest I've seen it peak lately is 100. Like, when I went into the end to, like, loop back around to my bed, it shot everything up to 100. Probably a buck. Oh. I mean, I knew that was the cause, but, like, I'm just curious as to what the threshold itself is. Because if this gets serious enough, I'm going to have to take care of this ASAP. Shit. And it's not like I can't. Just that I want to hold off and like, make this... I don't know. 85 is minimal. Shouldn't keep your PC temperature up around 90. God, it's like running 92 and has been all stream. I did not know that. $85 is minimal. Well, I mean, it goes a bit beyond that. Now, when I don't have Minecraft specifically, I've noticed ever since installing Core CPU, Minecraft will shoot it up to the high 80s, low 90s every damn time, no matter what world I'm on, no matter what my settings. Because, like, if I dial my render distance down to, like, say 8, something really tiny, no change. Still 91, 92. So, like... Oh, shit. PC has a new COVID strain. No. No, my PC has a zero China policy. I mean, zero COVID policy. Huh, whoopsie. Freudian slip there. PC is, yeah. Yeah, I mean... Modern CPUs have a built-in thermal throttling. The computer will shut down before it cooks itself. Yeah. That explains the, random shutoffs. Like, I know it has a thermal throttling feature. I would expect that to be, you know, standard. But, like, I want it to get back to being more versatile like it used to be when it was brand new. So, I don't know. I guess, like, the cooling system has just gotten out of whack. Is it possible to put a newer coolant in it? If you cap your FPS, it helps. I think I've got it on unlimited, yeah. Whoa. Dude. TAS 367. I'm going to remember your name forever. You're a fucking... I love you. It dropped immediately down to 83. Holy fucking shit. How did I not know that? I played this goddamn game for about 12 years. Minecraft is turning 13 very, 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 very soon. And I did not know that limiting frame rate was so goddamn important. Holy fucking shit. You're 5'4"? Oh, I'm 6. 6 foot even. You're a manlet is what we... No, I'm just kidding. Okay, well, I can notice a teensy bit of stuttering, but, like, it's not that bad. Okay, well, it's climbing back up. It's at 87. Not terrible, though. It's a hell of a lot better than where it was. Okay. 87, 88, 87, 86. Okay. Well, that helps. Damn. Is it water cooled? Yes, it is. The water will eventually get all heat soaked. Heat soak sets in and you can't cook anymore. And you either need more radiator or more coolant. I mean, I've had my computer on for a good... I don't know. See, now I got back from class at about 3:30. So I've been using my computer since about 3:30. I guess I was just so spoiled by, like, my laptops and shit. They never overheated. They were always really good about... Oh. They were always really good about that. Wow. It put me in this little tiny pocket. Seriously, game? But yeah. Love you more than Task 367. No. You're gonna have to introduce me to something really fucking useful or really amazing. Ah! Shid. You're 6'7", wow. Okay, I've missed some messages. Dabbing Pro, you're 5'4", you manlet. Yeah, I'm 6 foot. Okay, Ryzen controller to cap the CPU temp at 75. I have no idea if there's a way to cap it or not. Please love you, Dabbing Pro. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I can't love anyone. I recently put it up within the last month or two. Something like that. Damn, Daily Dose, how are you so tall? Are you a freak? Oh, damn it, I can't use the water scaffold. Because that will destroy the torches I painstakingly placed. Let's try to break into it this way. There's my coal. Aw. There's next to nothing here. Oh, another customer. Oh god, it's up to 100 again. Well, I don't know about the limiting frame rate thing, down into 90, 91, 93. Shit. Never mind, whatever that is didn't quite seem to do as much. Oh no, it's down to the 80s. Okay. So it's gonna spike from time to time. That's seems to be the trend. Let's see here. Have I already talked about Elon buying Twitter? Yes. I love the fact that he did. I talked about that yesterday. I'm curious to see the direction this shit show goes. Follow me on Twitter to watch me shitpost live. Just kidding. I don't hardly ever post. But I don't know. Elon buying Twitter has been something of an incentive to make me want to fuck around on there, you know? I can't say I'm, like, super upset. So I don't know. Could be good. We'll see. Did I consider your RAM thought? No, I didn't. Whether or not you're a freak is none of my business. Well, alright. Sorry, Daily Dose. I didn't mean to be. Purple power works with a lot of things. Purple power, what is purple power exactly? Do I play basketball or do I DDOR? I just rollerblade. I don't do anything else. Oh, you're talking to someone else. I see. That's okay, Poncho Hamster. Don't worry. You're still cool. I don't hold it against anyone who can't make a stream for whatever reason. Like, life gets in the way. Some people are just not that interested. I can't help that. You can't help that, really. I wouldn't want you to stay or to watch in the event that, like, whatever I'm doing is just not that interesting to you. You'd be bored. You'd hate me for it. I wouldn't want someone to stick around if they don't want to. You know? Imagine having social media. Well, I kind of have to have one now. I don't really have a choice anymore. I've avoided social media for a very long time, but yeah. My social networking has to get better. I can tell already that if I don't do that, I'm not going to grow. And, like, part of it is because I don't chat with people on Twitter. I don't... You know, I keep to myself on Discord a hell of a lot. I'm just a very private, reserved person, and I always have been. But I can't really stay that way. So I'm just going to have to reach out and talk. And to be honest, Elon buying Twitter is a huge incentive bonus. Like, I don't give a shit. There are a lot of people who are willing to complain about anything under the sun, but I'm not usually one of them. Wow, that does kind of start to look majestic. You know how I've been going to the files of the game and putting more dedicated RAM to the game? Is it possible whatever I'm doing there is bumping up the numbers? It's possible, yeah. I don't doubt. I couldn't say for sure. You're probably thinking correctly, Mike. But at the same time, to be able to run the game smoothly does require a hefty amount of RAM. And, like, that's just a necessary evil, you know? I don't want to change that because I enjoy being able to see the game in a more smooth setting, you know? I haven't had... All my Minecraft experience, I've never had a good FPS until... Pretty much until I bought this PC. And I enjoy being able to just look at something big or awesome or whatever and be able to take it all in without having to worry about my PC exploding. Although, obviously a meltdown scenario is entirely plausible. So I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, rededicating him out, yeah. El Cayman wants to know what I think of the new profile pic. What, on Discord? It's fine to me. I don't really have an opinion. I don't pay too much attention to people's profile pics. You don't use social media because you don't want to get canceled for something you did 8 years ago. Well, see, that's the thing. With Elon buying Twitter, I guarantee you that shit stops. Because before, it was a reign of tyranny. You couldn't do, or you could do and get away with anything, provided you were on the right side. There was a a side abusing power and then a side that had that power abused against them. But, and that exists even on YouTube, that exists on Facebook. But the thing of it is, Elon buying Twitter is a huge turning point. If he enforces freedom of speech the way that he wants to, and I guess he will. I don't know. I mean, we'll wait and see. It's too early to tell exactly what'll happen. But like the whole cancel culture bullshit will die under freedom of speech. Because if speech is totally allowed to be free, then yeah, like I can see a lot of people being able to wield that against these same fuckheads. We'll see for sure. I mean, it's all guesswork right now. You can't know how something will be until it is. But I've got a feeling that this is the bottom falling out of that. Cancel culture and other assheads have had a run at power for a very long time. They've had people under their thumb. They've had a reign of terror going for a while. But history always proves that shit comes to a saturation point and then it ends. People get sick of that bullshit. They don't let it continue. After a while, someone does something. Eventually, the system of tyranny falls apart. Because tyranny cannibalizes itself. Tyranny is quick to sell out. Look at how many people were eager to buy, or not buy, but eager to go with the asking price for Twitter. And it happened. Twitter got sold. People like that are willing to sell out at the drop of a hat. They have no morals, no scruples. It's just, yeah. Wolf in sheep's clothing. What was I doing hearing hair ASMR at 2 a.m.? I don't know, it just came up out of nowhere. Because YouTube algorithms and shit. And I was just like, what on earth is this? And I just couldn't resist clicking on it. I don't know why. There's always something that will pique my interest in the strangest of ways. And it'll always happen. Generally when I'm like really tired or sleepy and I'm about to go to bed, but like I'm mentally vulnerable, that's when I'm the most susceptible to that sort of yeah, I guess it's influenceability, I don't know. And yeah, that was just something I happened to see and I'm like, what in the fuck? I gotta know what this is now. The next thing I knew, I was hooked. Watched the whole thing. It's like a movie, but like you're in the movie, you know? It's very weird. Okay, so the Netherwart field is not quite ready. Or well, I can pick some of this. I can make some of this. Do I have fortune? Yeah, okay. Actually, fuck replanting for right this minute. I'm just gonna see my haul. Because I had to invest a lot of my seed stock into getting this Netherwart farm up and running. And it'll be worth it if I can get a lot of red nether brick out of it, but at the same time, it's gotta really, like, pay me dividends. I love watching this stuff grow up in real time, though. Okay, so I'm at about 3 stacks. I invested a good 8 stacks into this, so if I can get at least that much out of this off this first minor harvest, I'll be sitting pretty. Also, soul speed is still disorienting to me. We've had 1.16 and greater versions for quite a while now, and I've still not gotten used to soul speed. It's cool, but like it's disorienting. It reminds me of a certain older hack client. That was like the first time I ever experienced the no slow mod. Please play Getting Over It. Hell fucking no. That game makes me legitimately livid. And I do not want to play a game that will make me angry. I played it and I've beaten it. That's it. Once was enough. I do not need to touch that game ever again. And I know there are people who play it over and over and over and get really good at it, and good for them. I hope they enjoy it. But I ain't one of them. I don't have to play that game anymore. I've gotten it out of my system. No. It was a trip. Getting used to how it worked. It was fun for like the first 5 minutes. And then it became I am not going to lose to this fucking game. And then it became a simulation of shoving bamboo under my fingernails. And then finally I beat that fucker, and it was like, oh my god. How? And yeah, that was a nightmare. Okay, so we got what? 2, 4, 6, almost 8. Almost 8 stacks. So yeah, no, I'm never touching Getting Over It again. I don't need to. I've gotten over it, as they say. The great and wise Bennett Foddy told me how to do it, and then I did it, and that's the end of it. I even saw a really cool speed run someone did of it, where they got up it in an ungodly short amount of time, and I'm just like, how the fuck? How do people do this game so quickly? And then I just sort of, saw him do it. Thought, okay, well, I'll never be in that league. And then he goes and uninstalls it. He gets over it in literally like 2 minutes or some shit. And I'm like, oh my god, he beat the whole fucking game. What took me like 5 hours took him 2 minutes. And I just looked at that and went, And then he uninstalls it at the very end of his video, and I'm like, huh, yeah, that game deserves it. Cool, I did it. Now I can never do it again. Or I don't have to ever do it again, rather. It's nice to have gotten over it. Like, seriously, if ever there was a game that could give someone PTSD, legitimate PTSD, not Twitter or Tumblr PTSD, but actual fucking post-traumatic stress disorder, I think that's one of the games, the few rare games in this world that could legitimately impart such feelings. It reminds me of some of the really early Nintendo games I used to play as a kid, and how unforgivable they were. And how they would make me scream and curse and get so angry as a kid. And I hated it. I hated feeling that way. I hate thinking about feeling that way, even today. You guys know me. I'm a very chill person. I can't stand being that way. I don't want to be that way ever again if possible. And yeah, like, Getting Over It brought out that rage in me. You guys think I'm a chill, cool dude, but oh god, I got a demon sleeping inside me. And not one of those cool anime demons, but like a monster. An actual, I will tear your face off kind of monstrosities. Ping you on Discord, you're going to play Outlast, or if I have in mind. You want to recall the feeling where your brother is playing Outlast with you and your brother... Okay. Sure. I'm not going to play Outlast either. I don't know anything about it. I don't care. I love how defined the nether wart is when it is totally grown. There was a time in Minecraft history where grown nether wart, fully matured nether wart, was almost impossible to distinguish from its almost grown stage. And so the number of times that I would grow a nether wart farm and come up to it and go, oh, everything is ready to harvest, only to turn around and find out that I'd actually knocked most of it out when it was in its like penultimate stage. I'm really glad they tweaked this texture, if nothing else. Okay. So in total, got about 8 stacks and some change. That'll work. Soul Calibur, I had a friend who played Soul Calibur. I think that's around the time they introduced the character creation systems. It's been a long time since I touched a Soul Cal game. Hell, I didn't even know they still made them. Okay. Fight Night Round 2. Trying to think of a game I would like conforming to what info you have gathered from past streams. Don't worry about it. There are lots and lots and lots of RPGs and other things that I plan on playing. So, like, don't worry, I'm at no shortage for things that I want to do. It's just a matter of time, really. There we go. Let me get all this cooking. Now, I also wanted to give it the internal areas something of an Aperture Science feel. Aperture Science from the first game. But, like, the back areas, the sort of underbelly, the guts of the Aperture Science facility. That's more along the lines of what I was going for. So there are a lot of hallways and rooms and shit that I'm going to make. That should feel... Oh, I got more. That should feel more, I don't know, claustrophobic, maybe? It's going to be interesting. Okay. Red nether brick ahoy. I think I'm hearing meowing in the song. I know it's not Ellie. She's like dead asleep next to me. All right. Dan TDM played it. Ah. Minecraft story mode? No. L came in wants me to look at his profile pic. Where? On, like, Discord? I don't know where that's from. I don't have an opinion on it. Sorry, L came in. I mean, I can't know everything under the sun now. Every reference, every, you know, any of that. Okay, that's snazzy looking. I like that. Ooh, Yeah, I really like that. I'm glad I chose red nether brick. It's been too long since I had a new / old material to mess with. Fuck. Okay. Let's get in there. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Have I smelled a newly printed book? I don't think so. Not that I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, maybe I have, but I don't know. It's not the sort of thing I've thought about, so possibly not. What an odd question. There we go. What's my anime profile picture from? That is Shinobu from the Monogatari series. It's a really good series if you're into wordplay and puns and things of that nature. But if not, you may not like it, so I don't know. Your mileage may vary. Oh, hey, Mick Incendio? Hope I said that right. Hey, King Ronak. All these new people suddenly stopping by and saying, hey. I don't know what to think about that. Black placing sound. Oh, I know. I love this one. They overhauled a lot of these sounds a while ago, and they are spot on. And yeah, the bricks placing sound is definitely worth it. Okay. There's just something about this ashen gray with this bright crimson red. I don't know what it is, but it's just some combination that these two have that's just like divine. It's so good. Okay, let me clear out the room I'll need for this. There we go. Now I can complete this arm section. I always got to check to be sure I'm holding the right pick, so that I don't annihilate my ender chests. There we go. All right. Ah, finally, things are coming together. Okay. Yeah, this section's gonna look really nice when it's done. Just something about this gray and red just go so good together, it's hypnotic almost. Like, I'm not thinking, like normally I would be thinking about something, but I'm just like mesmerized by how this looks. And also the sounds, like, oh, if I spam spacebar and go to crawl space to light to reactivate, you'll go faster. A little bit. Not always. Got the InDev converter to work. All right, Sam. Good. So you're playing InfDev now? I don't think I ever made a world in InfDev that I kept. I know there were some worlds that I'd like experiment with, because I was using an inventory editor at the time. Oh shit, I'm out. Well. Anyway, and that inventory editor, like, that's how I built stuff back then. So yeah, I'm just wondering, I don't have the program anymore. But I'm sure if you looked around, you could probably find it, Sam. It was called NBT. Was it NBT Forge? I think it was NBT Forge. Something like that. And it would allow you to externally edit a world, which could then be used to, you know, you could place blocks in world. You could give your inventory items that you would otherwise not have had. Things like that. It was pretty cool. Highly recommend trying that out. NBT Editor, it's similar to that, but it wasn't quite that. InfDev deleted your inventory. Oof. Yeah, I think they handle inventory differently. in InfDev versus InDev, and so it wouldn't know how to do that. You have NBT Explorer. No, this was NBT Forge. I distinctly remember it being called that. It was a different time. Things were handled differently by the game. So I don't know, you'll have to look around and see if NBT Forge is still around. I mean, it isn't. It was concluded in, like, early 2011. But you could maybe make use of it. So yeah, that's an opportunity. But yeah, I never really like bothered to keep track of how to play the game properly until a little bit into alpha. That's when I started like taking my worlds that I had filled with, you know, inventory edited stuff, and that's when I started like trying to play my worlds with the mindset of someone who's trying to survive, you know? I was actually not that interested in survival, the concept of survival, because, mostly because, like, Classic was a block building game. Like, Classic was not a game you survived in. And I get that people were like, oh, we want a survival mode, but, like, I didn't care. So I basically treated it like an extended version of Classic. And then it kept getting more and more and more interesting things until about mid-beta, where I was actually serious about survival by that time. But yeah. What are the countries I like? I don't know. America, maybe? I'm not really thinking too much about other countries. It also repopulated everything, so all the trees respawned in their OG places. Really? Interesting. Have I thought about building a super smelter? Yes, I've thought about that. I know I'm going to have to at some point. I've just not... I hadn't gotten around to it. There are a lot of things that I want to build in this tower area that it's just not feasible to build right this moment. But I will get to it. I wish there was a way to, like, bone meal nether wart or make that grow faster, you know? If I could do that, it would make it so much easier to make a full-blown structure like what I want. But sadly, I don't know. I don't know how long it takes to grow all that nether wart. However, a lot of this does seem to be finished. I now know how it was for Jang and XCC2 and all of them to build the Valley of Wheat. In how fortune is a godsend for any sort of large-scale project like this. Because the ability to gain like 100 to almost, what is it, like 120 to 150 percent return on investment is just like absurd. It's so good. Okay, do I have enough for 2? Not quite 2 stacks of blocks. We're getting there. Oh god, that's gonna take way more than 2 stacks. Or, well, no. Oh, what the hell? Oh, that's right, Mallib. What button combination did I press? Interesting, whatever. I thought I hit the C key in some weird way. Anyway, yeah, so if I'm only doing up till there, that should only need maybe 2? I think 2 stacks will... Yeah, man, I don't know, maybe 3. That should maybe get us there. I wanted to finish at least that little bit. I know I'm breaking shit that's, like, not even high in the growth stages yet, but, like, being accurate is just, like, such a huge time sink. I just want to get it all. I should have enough to make 2 stacks now. 2 stacks of red nether brick blocks. Okay, cool. Oh, 3rd stack, yes. All right. Oh, that's right, I put them in a chest up there. On the bright side, the nether wart definitely grows fast. So it shouldn't be too hard to get enough nether brick for my porpoises. Awesome monkey guy? What was he like? I never really talked with him. I don't remember anything, like, bad about him, so he was probably a cool guy. Awesome guy monkey, and let's see now, wasn't he with Shenandoah? He made Avalon, I remember that. That was the first base out at 1 million that, like, stood the test of time. He made some of the first highway systems that went on the x-axis to 1 million. Overworld 1 million. And that was something that nobody had ever done back then. That was in 2013, 2014. Like, this is before people were routinely going to 1 million plus. Because a lot of people were still going on the nether roof, although even then, by late 2013, that was no longer viable. So yeah, he started quite a few highways, I think. What's the set of iron behind the shelves? I'm not sure what set of iron you're referring to. Oh, the iron armor. Ah, that was the very first set of armor that I made. If I wanted to, I could go farm and pickling training system get warts faster. Yeah, that does give wart. Honestly, I think growing it is more efficient right now. Just for right now. I haven't necessarily discounted that idea. I will probably get to it eventually. Oh, wow. Itty bitty baby zombie. God, they're annoying. But yeah, it's, this is fine for now. Oh god, that's way higher up than I was expecting. I love how bad humans are at estimating things. I was like, 2 or 3 stacks of red should be enough. I'm probably looking at 7 or 8 stacks just to get up to there. Wouldn't shock me. What shocks me is how routinely atrocious my estimation skills turn out to be. Do I live in his treehouse for like... No, I've never had any contact with Awesome Guy Monkey. I talked to him maybe twice. His treehouse. I have no idea what treehouse you'd be referring to. Hey, Manox, talk to Goto, or what, however you say your damn name. Ah. Never mind, got your inventory back with some sneaky NBT editing. Ah. Yeah, sometimes in the early versions of the game, that's what you had to do, because it was so unfair how poorly inventory management was implemented inventory management was back then. I routinely remember falling out of the world simply upon login in like alpha. Early alpha especially. I would just, some versions were just cursed as fuck. And yeah, like you'd be screwed just simply for logging into your game. It was something. Do I prefer fireworks at 1 or 3? I prefer them at 1 because it feels like less of a waste of gunpowder when I don't want to go that high. I'm fairly certain in terms of like resource efficiency, as in the amount of gunpowder you're using, the 1s are technically better. But if you're going a long distance, the 3s are better. So I don't know. Shit. Yeah, I was right. I'm gonna need like 4 stacks more easily. On the bright side, that's almost all fully grown, so I don't know. In like an hour or 2, I think it'll be fine. Getting the snowball rolling on crop growth is always that difficult for that first hump, if you know what I mean. Okay. So once I got this area done, let's see what this looks like. It's not bad. Yeah, once I get this first area done, I'll have to put some sort of like a cap on it that will go all the way up to the tip. Something to act as like a how do I put this? Like a stabilizer, I guess? Whoa! They beat him up right underneath me. You little bitches, I got you. Oh, that was dangerous. I should probably not do that. Also, I think they're falling, but they're like landing in the water so they can wander around and not be pulled in by the current. So Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Maybe they'll like see or make eye contact with like zombies and shit when the numbers inside this box thins out. Maybe. God, they definitely go to town on anything that spawns down here other than creepers. There needs to be a mob that singles out creepers. I would like that. Other than the cat. I could maybe make like a suffocation chamber or something and it would funnel the creepers in there using cats. But, I don't know. Alpha computer, that's the best monkey. Yes, exactly. I don't know if you remember me, but I just wanted to pop in for you need to go. Okay, well, take care, Ryu Mudex? Mudex? Something like that? Whatever. New Minecraft update bad. Don't play InfDev. Oh, yeah, I know. There were some InfDev versions that were cursed as fuck, too. In a beta playthrough, you logged off on top of obsidian over lava, and you instantly died to the lava because somehow you clipped through the floor. I know, right? Oh, God, that was awful. I can remember days like that where there was just nothing you did went right in Minecraft. Oh, well. Amazing how the sweeping edge didn't hit any of the golems. Zoglins! That's the mob I was thinking of. Yeah. Unless I have mega farms for sugarcane and gunpowder, most people prefer tier 1s. Probably. I should maybe think about doing that. I don't know. But whatever, that is tech to trip out on for the next stream. Other than that, I will catch you all later. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you especially to Osmobite, who seemingly wants to donate his life savings to me progressively over the course of the weeks. I don't know. I don't know why. But thank you all anyway for doing that, for donating and supporting me, and for talking with me for the, I don't know, hour and a half we hang out for. At any rate, thank you all so much. Y'all have a good night. I'll catch you all next time. Until then, bye-bye.